Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Seven. I am your 7-star mystic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a reading for the new moon solar eclipse 7219. 7219, July 2nd, 2019. This is a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer, my friends. So, let's do something special tonight. Instead of solar reflection card, I'm going to give you a meditation song. Night Goat by the Melvins. That's the song I meditated to before I started this video. If you don't like the Melvins, tough luck. You'll have to come up with your own meditation song. Night Goat by the Melvins. Gets me every time, gets me every time. I hope y'all are enjoying your week so far. It's literally only Tuesday. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I hope you're enjoying your week so far. This is a collective reading for the new moon solar eclipse, as I said. I'm shuffling up my decks. I got the Cosmic Tarot here, and then I'm also going to be shuffling my Angel Tarot as well. Cancer, Sun Cancer, Moon Cancer, Sun Cancer, Moon Cancer. All about security, home, family. Everything that makes us feel safe is shifting right now. Everything that makes us feel safe is shifting right now. And that's okay. It's okay. It really is okay. I know that it may feel a little scary at first, but it's totally fine. It's like taking the training wheels off, you know, but you'll have more freedom once, more freedom of movement once that happens. So whatever it is you're going through right now, if it's a little rocky, if it's a little uncomfortable, just know that it's gonna get better soon, and you just gotta go right along with it. Don't fight the flow. That'll make it harder on you, like trying to fight the current of the ocean. So before we begin, I'm going to share this prayer with you all. That my beautiful friend Lindy gave to me. So Lindy, if you're watching, I want you to know that I kept this and I love this prayer. I'm going to modify it just a little bit. Not everyone believes in God. I believe in a higher power, so I might just say that, or divine consciousness. I let go of worn-out things. I let go of hopeless conditions. I let go of useless ideas. I let go of futile relationships. All these things I let go of now. Divine right order and divine right timing are now established and maintained in my mind, body, relationships, and finances, in all of my affairs and in my world, through the will of the higher power within me, and in my own indwelling of divine consciousness now. Divine circulation is at work in my life. The inflow and outflow of everything in my life is in divine order. I am peaceful, balanced, and poised. This is so now, and so it is. That was called the letting go prayer. Unfortunately, I don't know what book this is from. Maybe in my next video I'll post about it, but That was called the letting go prayer. I bless you all now with the essence of the platonic solids. Shout out to Archangel Metatron. Love him. He's super cool. I love all the archangels, but Archangel Metatron's one of my favorites. So death has been coming up in my readings lately, and rebirth. So I'm gonna start off with that, okay? The magician. The magician takes all four elements, earth, air, water, and fire, and alchemizes them into a totally different creation. It's not that the elements are exploited or changed, but they are melded together in such a way that they become something else entirely. So I see this as integration, and that's the power of the ocean. The power of the ocean is strong now. The water levels are rising, and the ice caps are melting. The ocean is rising, and with that being said, water dissolves. Water is a solvent. Any border or boundary that is not strong will be eroded. This Chariot is the next card, and the Chariot energy is quick. Chariot energy is quick. Is this ruled by Cancer? Cancer definitely rules the moon. For some reason, I want to say that Cancer rules Chariot too, if we're talking about zodiac signs. The Magician and the Chariot. Sounds like some type of novel. The Magician and the Chariot. Whatever you're creating, alchemizing, processing, it could be music, it could be art, it could be some type of plan. All of the above. Whatever you're creating, it's going to plunge forward. It's going to be extremely quick. There are things in your life that are going to move very fast in the months to come. In the next 6 months to be exact. That is how long eclipse cycles tend to influence us. There's things that you're seeing that you didn't see before. Now, there's things that you're seeing that you didn't see before. And once you finally see what you're supposed to, the Chariot carries you forward. It's drawn by horses, which are extremely strong and muscular. It's very strong energy. I have to touch on a few things. These cards fell off the top of the deck, and I needed to address them. We have the Nine of Swords, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. I'm sorry, that's terrible quality. Nine of Swords is the extremely anxious, feeling like you're under attack, feeling like you are being extremely mistreated in some way, perhaps victimized. Princess of Pentacles has to do with assets or resources, growth and flourishing. Something gets torn down. Something is under siege. This could be spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Something is under siege. The siege does not last long. The Page of Pentacles tells me that. The Page is the most youthful of all of the royalty court cards. This is not a very developed energy. But whatever it is, it gets basically like, there's some kind of grand architect. That's what Metatron does. Metatron is a grand architect, right? There's some type of architectural plans that will not stand the test of time. They're not sturdy. They're not solid. And that's not to play the blaming game. It's just to say it's not solid. It's not stable. It's not secure. It has to do with something to do with your assets, money, possessions, belongings, anything, yeah, things that make you feel secure. But you know what? This is just the page. There are a lot more secure things out there for you that will make you feel immensely secure, and they'll be more stable. Whatever's under siege in your life, take some time to reflect. This might be internal. It might be internal. It could manifest in a lot of different ways. Take time to reflect on your life, on what you've built, on what you want to build, because what you decide now will influence you in the future and many, many years to come. Don't take my word for it. I'm just a tarot reader, but for some of you that may resonate. I never did get to say this. If this does not resonate with you, please feel free to check out my other videos or just stick around, because I might say something later in this video that rings a bell for some of you, if I'm not right now. Is there any other cards in this deck that I need to be pulling? They might want me to switch decks already. Any other cards? Any other cards? That one just popped out. I think that's the last one. They said bottom of the deck too. Yeah, this Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is the card of building. Many of us are going to have to rebuild some things to make them stronger. You want to know what happens when you build something and you want it to be good quality and you find out that it's not made of good quality materials, or the structure is faulty. You know what you do? You take it apart and you rebuild it properly. Take it apart, rebuild it properly. It doesn't mean you have to scrap all of the materials you're using. Just scrap the stuff that wasn't working. Maybe the mortar was too old. Maybe the mix was expired. I don't know if that's a thing, but for some reason it's just like there could be one element of your alchemization process that needs to be reevaluated before you move forward, which is this Chariot energy. This isn't going to come yet. You have time. Whatever might be moving fast in your life, you have time before you get there, so don't freak out right now. We don't have to worry about that yet. So this is a card of building. It's a card of quality craftsmanship. It's a card of teamwork and collaboration. Pentacles is physical things, or building. Imagine like building a set if you're a part of a play, or I don't know, building something tangible with somebody or group of people, team of people. And maybe before you were building and you were trying to do it all on your own, it became to be too much for you. For some of you, that might resonate. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune. Your luck is changing. Your luck is changing for the better. No matter what trials and tribulations you're experiencing right now, your luck is changing for the better. And that is exciting news, my friends. That is exciting news for all of us, isn't it? Exciting news for all of us, isn't it? I'm going to start pulling. I'm going to put these cards up here to reference, and I'm going to start pulling from my Angel Tarot cards, which I love. Beautiful deck, beautiful deck. Shout out to all my Pleiadian family out there. I'm serious. If y'all come from the ocean like I do, you know who you are. Woo! Already got some stuff coming out here. From what I understand about the astrology right now, with what Mercury is doing and Mars is doing, I feel it's wise to advise you to watch your words. Watch what you say. Watch how you say it. You may say something that you regret if you don't. We have here the Ego card and the Five of Swords. This may be very pertinent for many of you. I know I am not excluded from this. That is why I am just taking it easy, doing this Four of Swords energy, reflecting and meditating by listening to the Melvins, because sometimes you need to let your thoughts, it's like, don't eat the soup while it's still too hot. You need to let it cool off for a minute before you serve it up. Simple law of physics right there, but for some reason with our thoughts it's harder to do that. Here, ego. I'm going to read this from the book, y'all. We need to be reminded. And I would like to very much say that having an ego is normal and healthy. Don't try to just kill off your ego. Don't go all torches and pitchforks on yourself, okay? Having an ego is normal and healthy, but it's your responsibility to keep it under control. Some people would rather kill off their ego than take responsibility for it and just be like, you know what, I don't even need an ego. Too much work. No, you need to put the work into yourself. Otherwise, you end up leeching off of other people who are doing the work, and you're like, why can't I be like them? Work harder, or work smarter, not harder. Listen up, fam. The angels want you to know that the entrapment you're feeling isn't real. Immediately. The entrapment you're feeling, this Nine of Swords energy, feeling trapped, feeling scared, feeling under attack, it's not real. Let me tell you something. Neptune, up in the sky, is in retrograde. Neptune retrograde, Neptune retrograde indicates a lot of illusion, a lot of fear, a lot of strange dreams, maybe. It's like going into a fun house, and it's not fun at all, and you're like, what's happening? What's going on? There are all these mirrors everywhere. There are all these strange things that they're kind of scary, and I don't know what to make of any of this. And then you step out of the fun house and the world is back to normal. So right now, a lot of us are experiencing the fun house effect. I'm going to call it the fun house effect. And it's a test. Kind of like seeing where you're at with things. So just do the best you can with it, okay? You got this. This card indicates that a lot of your feelings are stemming from anxieties that are not based in reality. So give your fears to a higher power, or just let them go, however you want to do it. Just let go of your fears, and ask the angels, if you're into that kind of a thing, ask for help. You could ask friends or a mentor. If you want to talk about your feelings, write them down. Okay, but try to adopt a more positive perspective right now. Okay, so just keep going. We got this. The fun house is only a fun house. And then we will step into actually a brand new world after we leave the fun house. And it's going to be awesome. This card also indicates that you're focused upon the material things in life. Heaven acknowledges that you, like everyone, has physical needs. However, your attention to the accumulation of possessions is out of balance. Reassess why you want to acquire these items. Perhaps you're trying to fill an emotional void which material objects could never do. What you're really craving is inner peace through a spiritual path. And it also says refusal to face the truth or take personal responsibility for a situation, addictions, temptations, dependency, excessive debt. So these are some themes coming up for us right now, and it's a good thing because the test is only a test, and when the test is over, it's over. So it's not going to last forever like I was saying, but listen, I think it's a pretty reasonable thing to say that, yeah, we're only focused upon the material things in life. We're pretty focused on what are we building, what are we tearing down, what is working, what is not working. But you can't forget that there's a higher force, call it science, call it nature, call it spirit. This higher force that is bigger than us, you cannot deny it, you must honor it. And that is what this card is talking about. Don't forget, you're not alone. And I'm not saying that to be nice. I'm saying it to be nice, but I'm also saying you're not alone. There's a lot of other things and people around you that contribute to what you're trying to do. And you need to give them credit for that. You don't have to give them credit right now, but just keep it in mind, even if it's in the back of your mind. Sometimes when people say they feel alone, it's because they actually need to learn how to appreciate alone time with themselves. It's funny, you'll notice the moment you start to love being alone with yourself, everybody wants to be around you. Ask anybody who does it. I swear, it's crazy the way that works. Ask anybody. Ask anybody who is like, I wish people weren't bothering me so much. I just want some alone time. And then all these people with alone time are like, I wish I had less alone time. Just finding balance is important. Finding balance. So we're talking about ego. 5 of air. This can be... I shouldn't have said that. At the time, I thought it wasn't a big deal, but I said too much. We've all been there. Maybe you put your foot in your mouth. Maybe someone else put their foot in their mouth. Whatever the situation, please exhibit compassion and patience. Do what you need to do to be okay or to take responsibility for what you said, or take responsibility over how you're going to move forward based on what somebody else said. 5 of air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Something didn't work out the way you wanted it to. It doesn't mean it won't work out. It just means that there was some type of situation and it was not ideal. It's not like the whole thing got burned down, but this is that energy of rebuilding. Something here isn't working. Something here is not stable. Something here is not okay. Something's not okay here. And that's why it says review everyone's motives, including your own. A lot of people love to talk about all the ways in which they've been wronged, but they'll never talk about the ways in which they've wronged other people. Just remember, we've all done it. We've all done wrong. It's part of life. You just move forward and do the best you can and keep going. Here it says, the situation hasn't worked out the way you've hoped, but you can try again. The power lies not in how all the chips fall, but in how you handle yourself moving forward. You may now feel that the cost of this venture is too high. Carefully evaluate the way events have transpired in order to gain valuable lessons for your future. Also, someone in this situation is not coming from a place of integrity. The desire to win is so strong that this individual will ignore others' needs. Review everyone's motives, including your own, and do what you can to foster a win-win situation. This can also be a desire for revenge. Don't try to overpower people with your opinions or your thoughts or your ideas. Don't assume that you know best. If there's a situation in your life where somebody's trying to tell you something that is true in their world, and you're just totally invalidating them and telling them that their perspective is completely wrong and messed up, there's a chance that it is, but there's also a chance that you're being really unfair. And if you don't see eye to eye with them, take a step back. Take a step back. Take some alone time. But don't force yourself onto people. That's a specific message for somebody out there. If that message is for you, you'll know it. And if it's not for you, that's okay. I guess I should keep going, but this feels like something that's kind of like got people fired up right now. I'm hearing like something that people are fired up about. Just know that everybody comes from different places. That's a lot of cards. Okay, I'm going to take the top two. I have a headache from all this solar wind. So if there was a place in your life where you were forgetting there's a bigger purpose to everything. There's a higher purpose to everything. Don't forget that there are forces out there working in your favor, especially with this Wheel of Fortune. Your luck's about to change. Okay, so address and own up to whatever it is you need to own up to that you don't want in your life anymore, because we have the 8 of Water, 8 of Cups, walking away from people, places, and things that do not serve you. This could be a lot of different situations for a lot of different people. It could be relationships, job, friendship, living situation, the desire to move on for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. This is, none of these cups have what I want. I need to keep going and find what my satisfaction elsewhere. Find my fulfillment elsewhere. Also, we have the 2 of Air. I pulled this last time. This is addressing things that you didn't want to look at. Addressing truths that you did not want to see them for what they are. You wanted to stay blind to what was actually happening. And some of you didn't want to mean to be blind. You just didn't know. But, also walking away from being indecisive. If you're feeling indecisive about something, that will change. It will change. The wheel in the sky is turning. You might be getting some communication. Some type of communication, some type of information. Maybe it'll be a little challenging. This Page of Air just talks again about people with sharp tongues. People who deliver information without tact. This is a pay attention to the message, don't shoot the messenger. But a lot of truth is coming out. It just might be coming out kind of willy-nilly. Like people taking their first fencing lessons. They don't know how to wield their sword, but they sure are going to put their all into it, that's for sure. So, like I said, be careful with your words. If people are just mouthing off to you, keep it cool. And then we got these two big players. We have renewal and the sun. If I'm not mistaken, renewal is similar to the judgment card. Review and evaluate. Favorable assessment of the facts. You receive this information. You think about it. Whether the information comes from without you or within you, like outside of you or from within, like you rest. This can be a card of prayer, reflection, meditation. And then here's this renewal, a favorable assessment of the facts. Whatever the facts are, you process them and you make a decision. You walk away from indecision and you walk away from things that don't serve you and you make a decision about where you need to go moving forward. You reevaluate your plans. You look at what you've been building and you say, here's what works, here's what doesn't. Because universe has got your back. Universe has got your back. This fear, this entrapment, this over focus on material things and petty things that don't actually matter in life or death situations or in the long run. They don't actually matter. Right? Look at what actually matters. That's what the truth is. That's what the truth is. And then you evaluate the truth and you figure out how you're going to move forward. You put all these elements together in a really awesome, cool way, and then it gets moving. That's kind of like a long-term forecast, but this is saying time to move in a new direction. I see this as being very healing, very solid. Okay, anything that wasn't solid in your life before, you're moving towards something that's extremely solid. Here you have the sun, one of the most optimistic cards in the deck. The sun will be eclipsing the moon. The new moon will be eclipsing the sun. Basically, everything we've been talking about will be informing your life path. Happy outcome. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. This card indicates that it's a wonderful time for you. Archangel Uriel, what up? Oh, wait. Thank you, Uriel, for being here with us. You are succeeding in ways you've never dreamed possible. Endeavors that you begin now are blessed with abundance and success. Keep your thoughts positive and everything will turn out beautifully. This is also a time of brilliant new ideas and solutions. Have confidence in yourself. The work you've done personally and spiritually brings astonishing changes to your life. You're on the right path for your own enlightenment. Joy, vibrant, physical, and or emotional health. Uriel is Archangel who helps with mental functioning, including focus and concentration. You can call upon Uriel to spark new ideas and solutions, as well as to increase your confidence and intelligence and wisdom. You can also, it says he focuses on he helps with focus. Don't focus on the negative. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on what you want to build, where you want to go. Keep on resting and relaxing and meditating as you need to, because things will move forward soon enough. So do what you need to do to be ready for when that time comes. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and I will see you next time.